Chapter 50 to 52. A few days passed after that. During that time Romulus completed 109 floors and prepared all sorts of traps. Veldora's chamber on 100th floor was also created. It was big enough for Veldora to revert back in his dragon form. After so many times, he released his controlled aura inside the labyrinth. As me, Veldora and Romulus were discussing about making terrains in lower floors. Then I heard a familiar voice. Can't that be solved if you capture a fire or ice dragon from somewhere? Do you need my help to catch some? I turned around to see a pair of platinum pink ponytails. It is Milam. What are you doing here, Milam? Romulus says in surprise. Milam stood there with a smug face. Fufu, I knew that you guys have been up to something interesting, so I came by to see. How dare you, Rimuru, to hid it from me? She shouted. Hey, so it's Milam. You are just a brat. Home, could you understand the sublime work of us adults? We are not playing here, don't get in our way. Veldora leaned towards Milam and exclaimed so. Shisho is right. Romulus followed Veldora's steps. We are working here, so an idler like you should just go home. Don't you think that's little harsh? Not long ago you yourself were idle. You are thinking something rude, don't you, Rimuru? No such thing. Milam, you mentioned that we are doing something interesting. What were you referring to? It was because of your letter that we are holding this festival. What? Didn't you ignore my letter? How is that possible? Seriously, we are doing this to receive demon lords. Up until now, Milam was looking down, but after learning that she hasn't been ignored she immediately regained her mood. Shuna come with desserts prepared in hand. We then sit down to enjoy desserts together. By the way, Milam, why did you come here anyway? Fufu, didn't I just say? I feel as though you guys are doing something interesting. No, is that really the only reason? Yep, but I'm so lucky to have come. This thing called cake is the best, and this labyrinth thing also looks quite interesting. Alright, now that we are done eating, it's about time to get back to work. Also Milam, if you won't interfere, you can stay and play. Quote, Veldora gave a mature response, how rare. Since Shisho said so, I don't object either. Quote, just count once. I won't be a hindrance, so give me some work as well. Milam is now willing to join us. If that's the case, can we have Milam join as well? Such an interesting thing, you should have come for me during the planning phase. I get it, but putting that aside, Milam, won't your subordinates object? Did you actually get the permission from Carrion and Frey? I guess. You see, I'm very bright, right? I definitely didn't flee here because I hate studying. Milam said incoherently. I don't care, I just want to join no matter what. I wasn't able to say her to return before she opened up first. Alright, you are the one getting scolded anyway, so I'll drop the matter. Let's talk about dragons, dragon. So I will get scolded indeed. No, but it can't be helped. As the saying goes, adventure always come with risk. She made up her mind. You mean the dragons? They can be captured. Should I capture them? If you may, please do so. Although they cannot rival dragon lords, there are arch-dragons who do possess elemental attributes. We will be catching and taming those guys and let them consume magicules. Quote, can I count on you? Leave it to me. Some of the dragons with elemental attributes may soon evolve to dragon lords, so I'll capture one for each element. Quote, so the levels with different terrain are. Done. Level 99 was level of Inferno Flames. Level 98 was level of Ice Prison. Level 97 was level of Sky Thunder. Level 96 was level of Earthly Destruction. Nice job, Rimuru. Kuahaha, so you are deploying low lives before me. After seeing those imposter, the adventurers will lower their guards and it will be my time to shine. It's so awesome to have someone like Veldora to play that type of character. I want to try and be final boss sometimes. The three each were satisfied. Milam went out to catch some dragons and the captured dragons would become Romulus's servants. Sorcerer Dynasty of Sarian, Emperor's Garden. Elalud Grimwald, father of adventurer Ellen and Duke of the Sorcerer Dynasty of Sarian went inside the garden, in his hand his invitation letter from Tempest. As he walks, he remember what happened last time. I'm getting depressed just thinking about it. Last time I went to Tempest. I didn't know if the country of monsters was safe or not, so of course I couldn't bring the Emperor with me. I simply told her the result of conference, but wow, you had the opportunity to visit such an interesting place all by yourself. Lucky you. I wonder why you decided to leave me behind. I bet you had ton of fun, huh? You even named yourself as my emissary and established formal relations. The thought that I might want to handle such an important matter myself never passed your mind. Or that I might want to see such an interesting being with my own eyes. Ever heard of word, forestall? Even my family member will treat me like this. What a miserable empress I am. Elalud, remember the tantrum thrown by the emperor. I apologize for intruding on your relaxation time. He get to where emperor was resting. Regarding the matter of Monster Nation. I reported to you the other day, I just received an invitation from them. Quote, oh, is that so? She signaled him with her fingers to come forward. She is Elmija El Ru Sarian, Emperor of Sorcerer Dynasty of Sarian and Ellen's cousin. According to official statements, the gender of the individual was unclear. The emperor was born with the beauty to rival that of a female. It was declared to the outside world as such. So you're telling me in advance this time, and what is your plan? Elalud, my plan, planning innocent. Elalud thinks to himself, if he asked her to come, she wouldn't even hesitate. The emperor visiting another country would be a national affair. There's no way he could invite her so casually. Her tantrum from last time resulted in the budgets of certain projects being frozen. Because of that, the plan to share technologies with Tempest has been stalled indefinitely. So he needs to fix her mood and also make her give up on founding festival. By the way, Elalud, I've brought some sweets from Yoshida-san's store, but their quality has recently started improving considerably. Would you happen to know why? She asks. Really nothing. I assume your widely renowned intellect means nothing when it comes to the latest gossip. What a disappointment. My deepest apologies, Your Majesty. I am aware that he is an otherworlder pâtissier owning a store in Ingrasha. But how is he related? He asks sincerely. You really don't know. You see, Alin Chan brought some sweets for me a while back. I guess you didn't get any though. Quote, what? Elalud shout. He suffered damage beyond repair learning her daughter. Ellen didn't buy any souvenir for him. Seeing Elalud, Elmija laughed satisfied. I'm feeling much better now, so I'll leave the details. Let me explain. The increase in quality was due to obtaining ingredients from certain someone. In addition, he is apparently going to close up shop for a while. It seems, he plans to relocate. Quote, that's why I use the extent of my money and influence to get as much information as possible. And guess what? His new residence will be in Tempest. Elmija explains the connection between Yoshida and Tempest. Elalud, remember Ellen stuffing herself with cake in Tempest. At that time, Rimuru Dono and Yoshida-san were already connected. Precisely. It seems someone failed to realize that earlier though. Quote, Elalud fall on the floor, defeated. Hey, are you really as talented as they say you are? Hearing this, his confidence vanished. I'm ashamed of myself. Your Majesty, returning to the subject at hand, how shall we respond to Rimuru Dono's invitation? Elmija grinned, sneaking upon being asked. About that, frankly speaking, if she says she wants to go to the festival, I can't deny her, but it will make things complicated. The Sorcerer Dynasty of Sarian is an empire founded by Emperor Elmija. Under her are 13 royal houses, of which the king of each have sworn loyalty to Elmija. That said, they are a crafty people. Some of the kings avoid taking a role in politics and keep to themselves. But others use their influence to interfere in national affairs. They might take advantage of Emperor's absence for some scheme to overthrow her. Elalud thinks. You worry too much, Elalud-chan. Whatever those little boys have in mind, they won't be able to harm me. Aura around Elmija changed. She is emitting a powerful aura befitting an emperor. She is definitely on a different level. For someone who had lived for millennia. The royal houses and even myself look mere children. Though I wish she would act like an adult more often. As we know from Yoshida-san's store in the road maintenance, Demon Lord Rimuru is well versed in human society. And he made full use of that knowledge to ascend to the peak within the last few years. Since we need to maintain friendly relations with him, I must participate personally. I never had a choice from the start. Elmija made her decision. Madam, I do agree. I'll find a way to shut the others up. But we can't ensure the security of that nation. Regarding the people to accompany you during the visit, send out the mediator ground under the imperial house. You are free to pick some candidates from Magus order. Quote, understood. We will proceed with the arrangements as you wish. He answered, leaving the scene shortly after. The matter of the emperor's outing was decided and would be subsequently be announced to the nation. News couldn't be kept secret. The rumor spread to the leader of the nations surrounding the Jura forest too quickly. Hinata the saint was defeated by Demon Lord Rimuru. The result of which was, Holy Empire Rubrius and Jura Tempest Federation signed a ceasefire and formed a non-aggression pact. Troubled by a multitude of thoughts, the Western nations became ensnared in the upcoming turmoil. Armed nation Dworgen. After Holy Empire of Rubrius made a sudden change, an emergency conference is held in Dworgen Palace. People attending the conference are King Gazel, Dwarf Commander of Pegasus Knight Order, Pan, Anrieta Head of Spies, the Court Mage John and other ministers. Your Majesty, my subordinates witnessed the battle in person. As she finished, Anrieta began to give the detailed report. According to her, Hinata the Saint and Tempest military attaché Testarossa seemed to have engaged in a one-on-one duel at the end. However, the magical content of the battlefield was distorted suddenly and it interfered all magic surveillance. But we saw it. Demon Lord Rimuru's subordinates were victorious without any casualties. The Holy Knight Order is defeated. How could a subordinate of Demon Lord Rimuru can defeat that Saint Hinata? She is said to be equal skill to King Gazel when it comes to blade. Old Lady Jane says, King Gazel, perhaps that military attaché is more powerful than you. Impossible. Jane Dono, you dare to insult His Majesty. How could we mere subordinate of Demon Lord possibly match the heroic king? But, if that has been even slightest truth to it, that Demon Lord is truly dangerous. The ministers continued to argue about the issue, taking sides against each other about severity of the danger. Gazel was troubled that both the sides made valid points. Ignoring the arguing ministers, he began to ponder. He was considering severing ties with them. No, he rejected such an idea. Demon Lord Rimuru was a reasonable monster. More importantly, he wished for friendly coexistence with human nations. The proof of this desire was the fact that he had built a civilized nation and helped humans, all while trying to cooperate with other kingdoms. Had Demon Lord Rimuru not been a monster that understand and respect humankind, humanity would have been perished. Silence. There is no need to worry. Rimuru is my junior. Moreover, since we were the first nation to support Tempest, we should have the strongest bond with them. Yet you still say we should doubt Rimuru? Gazel says while releasing ruler Haki so as to intimidate the ministers. Indeed, their country has many new technologies that we have yet to learn. Quote, cutting relations now would be heavy drawback. Quote, distancing ourselves from them would simply be throwing away all the advantage we've earned thus far. Quote, ministers look at each other awkwardly and gave an embarrassed smile. Demon Lord Rimuru may not be related to me by blood, yet we are as close as brothers. As long as he doesn't lose his humanity, I intend to support him with all we have. We will welcome the arrival of S new age. If anyone objects, speak now. King Gazel says in imposing voice. Do as you wish. I'll always follow you. Quote, I've got your back my king. My lord, I am but your shadow. I will always be at your side. Quote, Jane, Pan, Anrieta and then all ministers agrees to King Gazel. As all the matters are settled, King Gazel made his leave. One of the ministers raised his hand. Your Majesty, can I borrow a moment of your time? He signaled the individual to report. The thing is, we have received an invitation from Akamaru, the Prime Minister of Tempest. Quote, invitation, are they holding a tea party or something? No, it seems to be for Demon Lord Rimuru's first public appearance. It said your presence would be greatly appreciated. Quote, a ceremony, ho let's see, can I do anything for my junior? Invitation to founding festival. King Gazel started to smile. I have no idea what's going on in his mind, but I can say for sure that he doesn't know how to lay low. Ingrasha, Freedom Association HQ. Yuki and Testarossa are sitting on the couch facing each other. There are also Kaguli who is serving some tea, Laplace and Moss. They have me to share intels regarding different matters. You have impressed us. To be able to fool a man of Damrata's caliber. Testarossa say, since she used to reside near Empire in past. She is aware of powerful beings in Empire and Damrata is one of highly appreciated beings there. Well, it is my work. Rimuru-san has entrusted this to me, but still I can't believe Damrata tricked. He didn't told us that he is not only an Eastern Empire near guards but also a Emperor's special acquaintances. He tricked us first, it's just a payback. Quote, yeah, that bastard, it was Empire who manipulated by claim and right. I bet he was also involved in it. If I get a chance, I'll beat the shit out of that bastard. Laplace was angry ever since he heard about the real identity of Damrata. He also tried to attack him before but was stopped by Yuki. Don't try anything like that. Even though he appear as a normal merchant, He is saint with 1,000 years of experience. I doubt any of you can beat him as of now. Testarossa expressed her thoughts. We were able to trick him is good enough for now. When time comes we will even get our hands on him and Eastern Empire as whole. Quote, you were right, Testarossa-san. He didn't know I am collaborating with Rimuru-san. He still thinks we are enemies. From enemies, I remembered. How does it goes with Western Church? Yuki asks to her. We made peace with them. They signed non-aggression treaty with us. So one nuisance is gone now, it's just Western Council left. Though we have already taken control of some of its members. What are update on Rossos? Testarossa asks. After their plans failed this time, they are trying to lay low for time being. But I think they are trying to accumulate more strength to challenge Rimuru-san. They won't just sit and watch their position being taken over. They will surely try to make a commotion in near future. Yuki gave her the report. Tear and Footman are spying on Rossos. With their brilliant espionage skills, they are able to provide helpful informations about the members of Western Council associated with Rossos. Testarossa has used these informations to blackmail them to become their pawns. Good. Oh, I forget. Moss. Testarossa signaled him. Moss took out an invitation letter and passed it to Kaguli. This. Rimuru-sama is holding a founding festival in Tempest to make his public appearance as Demon Lord and shows good side of Tempest to the world. You are also invited. He have also some work for you. Work. Quote. Yeah, he plans to open a labyrinth in order to attract adventurers. He would like Freedom Association to manage them. They can utilize the identity of adventurers to manage the challengers. Tempest could also issue the permission to enter the labyrinth, but that would take a lot of extra work. Rimuru wants to lower the budget as much as possible and borrow the labor of the Freedom Association. There's also benefits for Freedom Association. Quote, due to Rimuru-sama's rule, the monsters in the Jura forest has been under control. With that being the case. I see, so you are saying that there will be less work for monster extermination. Surely the guild would gain profit through it. They could gain materials by exterminating monster. Adventurers could sell the materials as reward. Tempest would hand over the part of management of Labyrinth to the Free Guild and tax them for it. In this way, even if adventurer lost their job in the future, they could also find new employees. This project would provide multiple benefits. Testarossa explains to Yuki. Okay, I will accept this proposal. But Rimuru-san surely come up with great ideas. Indeed. Well then I am leaving. If you have any problems contact Moss. Testarossa gets up to leave but she was stopped by Kaguli. Sorry for this, but I wanted to ask about him. Is he okay? Oh, yes. He has been taken good care in Tempest. You can meet him during Tempest Festival. Quote, thank you. Testarossa then left the room. Tempest. On my proposal, Emir Miles-kun has moved to Tempest. He left few people to stay back and run his shop in Bloomond. With few of his subordinates, Emir Miles came. In Tempest, we are still lacking in educated individuals and specially in field of finances. Shuna used to handle it before but now our nation has grown so it's difficult for her to manage. In addition she also oversees server division, fashion research division and culinary research division. So as to not put more work on her, I invited Emir Miles with whom I have started many business like ramen shops and others. He would handle the finance of the founding festival. A new estate building is also built for him and his subordinates. If our founding festival concludes successful, I intend to appoint him to be in charge of the financial department. In addition, he would also be managing the commercial and advertising departments. Gobumon, who is one of the goblins named by me, serve as bodyguard of Emir Miles. He has evolved into a Kijin, over a rank warrior. He also trains Byrdd, Emir Miles' previous bodyguard, and other subordinates. Myormals-kun, me, Akamaru and Rigard are now having a discussion on how to make Tempest Festival as grand as possible. Kaleshuam is about to be complete and construction of 10-story skyscraper in luxury accommodation part has been completed. It is designed for high-class nobles, royals and rich merchants to stay. Ground floor is designed as lobby where guests can wait. There is also a big restaurant here run by one of Gobichi's acquaintance. Food and cuisines here are of highest quality in entire Tempest and expensive for normal people. Above 2 floors are for clothing. Clothes here are of high quality and luxurious, personally crafted by Dord Garm brother and his disciples. Next 5 floors comprise of rooms to accommodate guests. Here important figures like royal families, high-ranking nobles, and other important official can stay. Even compared to Tempest standards, these rooms are of highest quality. These rooms have heat and cold resistance. The top 2 floors are banquet halls to hold parties and ceremonies. In both the floors around 1/4 of floor is for tatami room, where it is prohibited to wear shoes. The walls of the skyscraper is reinforced by barriers making it resistant to even powerful nuclear magic. We have tried to elaborate on design and used precious glasses extravagantly. Glass is also a reinforcement with magic making resistance to typhoons, earthquake and magical attacks. How should we proceed further with this battle tournament? Myormals asks. We should show our strength in this tournament so other nations don't think of anything funny. Akamaru suggested. Yep, but we can't show our true strength. So top officials won't participate. It would be foolish to reveal everything in front of others. Quote, we have already received requests from around 200 participants. What should we do about them? Myormals inquire. While we were on this, some troublemakers interrupted us. Rimuru, are you talking about battle tournament? I want to participate too. Kuahaha, this will be the chance to show the world greatness of Storm Dragon Veldora. Romulus, Milam and Veldora barged into the room. What are you 3 doing here? Did you complete the labyrinth work? Yes, it's complete. Monsters are also appearing after Shisho releases his aura. Quote, forgot about that, let's talk about tournament. Milam's interest has shifted to the tournament, now she won't listen to anything. This is why you invited me and other demon lords in the festival, right? You wants to make it grand as possible. Quote, even if other demon lords are participating, I will definitely win wahaha. She boasted. Milam, you are still child to think you can win if I am participation kuahaha. Veldora-kun says with full confidence. Don't forget about me, even if you will be my opponent, I won't show you, Shisho any mercy. I will beat you in 1 punch. Romulus also joined them. What are you all talking? You all are not even in tournament. Hearing this, they were genuinely shocked. What are you saying? You all are not going to participate. I said loudly. What can't I participate? It's cheating. They complained but I don't flinch. Do you want to destroy this nation? If true dragon level beings fought not only Kaleshuam but this nation will be affected. Quote, no way I will participate, that won't change. Milam was still keen on participating. She threw tantrum. What to do now? She won't listen easily. I can't do that, sorry, but you can ask something else instead. I gave her an offer. Really? Yep. Then let our subordinates fight instead and whoever wins, Rimuru will give that person a wish. Milam proposed her demands. It won't affect the nation and it would attract more people if powerful Majins participate in the tournament. Other nations won't try to mess with us either. Following Milam, Veldora and Romulus tries to make me accept their offer. Were they planned for this? We won't listen no this time. Veldora says in serious tone. Well, this is not a bad idea. But why this wish thing? Were you 3 planned this? Wahaha, we knew you won't allow us to participate, so to make the tournament exciting for us, we thought how about ask a wish from you. Milam explained. I will tell you my wish before, if my subordinate wins this tournament I will stay here in Tempest. Wahaha, Romulus is living here and having fun, I won't let you all ignore me anymore. Milam was quite determined. It won't help if I deny her demand, now I have to select someone who can win this tournament for me. Okay, I got it. Then one of my subordinate will participate to save me from your strange demands. Quote, but Zejin and others won't participate. Veldora quickly pointed out. Yeah, I am not going to let my top players show their abilities in front of so many people. Ranga, he emerged from my shadows waving his tail. How cute. You will participate in the tournament, got it. Okay, I won't disappoint you master in slightest. I will do my best. Quote, good boy. He returned to my shadows after declaring so confidently. Now let's see who win the game. Rimuru-sama, that's good idea. Shall we discuss about the contestants? Akamaru say. Milam, Veldora and Romulus also joined. Then who will you select? Milam Romulus? For Veldora it was clear. His only subordinate, Cherries, will participate. Milam and Romulus gave their respective candidates. Carrion for Milam, and Romulus nominated Barada. Carrion, people will panic if an ex-demon lord participate. Don't worry about it, I will tell him to hide his identity like he did in Walpurgis. She has come fully prepared. These are only 4, what about others? Rigurd asks. Let's see, I will ask Holy Knights if any of them are interested to participate. Can I also nominate someone? Rigurd asks. Of course, who is it? Gobta. He is not as strong as Cherry-san or Carrion Dono, but he can learn a lot from these strong warriors. Quote, I have also someone in my mind. Quote, who is it? Milam asked. Albert, a death paladin. He served the White King Adalman. I heard great things about him from Hekuro. If equipped with high-quality weapon, he may even be able to give good fight to others. Quote, how about we organize battle royal type matches to select from the applicants? Mayormal suggested. Good idea. This way applicants will not feel like being left behind. But I wanted to ask, how did so many people applied when? It's first time we are organizing such tournament, and that in a nation filled with monsters in middle of dangerous forest. About that, among adventurers, there is this notion going on that whoever wins the tournament will get chance to fight the Demon Lord. They are trying to defeat the evil Demon Lord, and free this nation, Emir Miles says. He's a Stanley. Ho ho, that evil Demon Lord. It's me, right? Yes. Then we will provide them proper challenge, so that they can become worthy of challenging Demon Lord. I says with releasing pressure. Others became quiet. Then how about I really participate and give those morons a lesson? Veldora joined in. No, absolutely not. He became silent. We then set preliminary rounds as tough as possible. We selected 12 contestants directly, and others will be selected from the Battle Royal. Preliminary rounds will be held on day before festival, as we can attract more people's attention beforehand. And main event will take place in 3 days of festival. Finals will take place after the festivals to make people stay longer. It will greatly profit our inns, shops and restaurants. Nominated candidates: Cherries Beretta, Lion Mask, Carrion, Ronga, Arno, Gobda. Venom, Geld, Bacchus. Kant, member of Royal Guards. Albert. Last place will be revealed in tournament. Preliminary rounds. 4 battle royal matches will be held a day before festival, and winners of each rounds will proceed to main tournament. To celebrate my inauguration, the representatives of the tribes of Jura Forest began to gather in the city. Their goal was to pledge loyalty to the Demon Lord and stand in my protection. Rabbitman clan, Lizardmen clan, Mezu and Gozu, Treants and Dryads, Elves and many more races pledged their alliance to us. Treants and Dryads met their spirit queen, Romulus, and pledged to serve her. They were given the permission to stay inside the labyrinth and help Romulus maintain it. Elves filed a complaint about their female brethren been abducted. I can't overlook such matters, of course, as ruler of Jura Forest, and agreed to help them. It was one of Cerberus branch. We contacted Yuki to shut the slave trade market. All elves were returned and now kept directly under the protection of Tempest, and they were given jobs within the country. Last tribe to came are Tengu tribe. It's special case, so we decided to held a conference. We have already summoned Hekuro for this occasion. Few days earlier, Benimaru and Alvis went to visit them. Benimaru and Alvis brought a dozen of Kurenai members and arrived at the hidden village of the Tengu tribe. They were halted by some young warriors of the Tengu tribe in front of a cave on top of Mount Kostja. The young warriors are wearing all white with Itachi's helmet on their belts. They had a pair of white wings sprouting from their backs. Benimaru informed them about their intentions, seeking permission to be let through the barrier deployed in the cave. The young warriors approved their requests and let Benimaru and Alvis inside. They led him to a location where a beautiful girl came out to welcome them. This person is not to be underestimated, Benimaru thought himself. Her presence could rival Demon Lord Carrion. My name is Benimaru. I am visiting as a representative of Demon Lord Rimuru-sama. Welcome, Envoy Dono. I am daughter of the Tengu tribe elder. My name is Momiji. So, what is the purpose of your visit? Do you plan to take over this land? There was a smile on her face, but the response she gave to Benimaru's greeting was anything but friendly. We have no such intention. We only wish that you will grant us the permission to pass by and cross the Kostja mountain between here and the border of Jura Forest. If possible, I also hope you will permit us to dig a tunnel in this mountain. Quote, HMPH. So you claim that you are no ambition to expand, I see. You may have permission to pass. But what do you mean by digging tunnel? This tunnel thing, it is something about opening a hole in the mountain so that the road can be extended to opposite side. We won't press it if it's inconvenient for you. Hold on, opening a hole in the mountain? Are you serious? Indeed, that's how the plan states it. But we don't need to dig any tunnel for road being constructed this time. I only asked beforehand in case of it becoming a necessity in the future. If you are not willing, we will not force you to do so. Benimaru answers swiftly so as to not cause misunderstanding. You are truly awful. We don't care for what that demon lord do, he can do whatever he wants as long as he doesn't interfere with us. We even planned to dose one eye for you and that stinking snake you brought. But we can't just sit here and endure now that you dared to belittle our divine mountain. Upon saying so, Momiki rose from her seat. You mentioned a snake that stinks, were you perhaps referring to me? Alvis was boiling in anger as she stood to stare at Momiji. Oi, stop that at once. Extra skill, eyes of heavenly snake, began to corrupt Momiji. Petty trickeries. I am daughter of Tengu tribe elder. Status ailment doesn't work on me. Quote, Momiji raised her fan and launched an attack at Alvis. She blocked the first hit yet was hit on the side of her stomach by immediate follow-up, sending her flying to the corner of the hall. Is that all? I see the prestigious beast Keeters isn't that strong after all. That hurts Alvis's dignity. Don't underestimate me now, you hick. I held back since we are negotiating with you, but it seems there's no such need anymore. She stood up and glared back at Momiji with cold eyes. Holding back, that's my line. I've put an effort trying not to kill our envoy. Or is it that you intend to truly anger me? The animosity between the two was increasing until it reached the breaking point. At that instant, with flash of a sword, the fan in Momiji's hand was deflected. The speed was so fast that no one was able to respond when Benimaru intervened in the duel. That's it. It was my fault to have spoken things that displeased you. With that being said, I will not allow you to kill my companion. Benimaru-sama, are you implying that I would have lose? Yes, had I not intervened in time, you would have been cut in half. Quote, that's a lie. I did control my attack power. No, your control of aura is not skilled enough. There was too much strength. Quote, how could this? I lost. Momiji and Alvis both unconsciously collapsed at the same time. A door deep into the hall opened as someone appeared. Young Tengu warriors quickly kneeled. Mother. Silly girl. Elder scolded Momiji. Everyone changed the venue and two parties sat face to face again. Young man. Speaking of which, your swordsmanship was extraordinary. Could it be? Oboro, Ryu. Why do you? Actually, I see how it is now. Momiji Dono's fan dance also had elements of my style, could it be? Indeed, I've also studied Oboro, Ryu, from my mentor, Byakuya Araki. What? My name is Kaide. After saying this, Tengu elder Kaide began to tell the story of her past. Hold on, wouldn't that make you Hekiro's? Oh, so is he called Hekiro now? She replied, I see, my senior Kenki Dono got a name. To be honest, it's quite surprising to learn that he's even still alive. With that being said, I can finally reassured now. Quote, Hekiro Dono has trained a reliable and courageous prodigy and he will be the husband of my daughter. Quote, Momiji looked at Benimaru first with her face blushing before turning to her mother Kaide. Wait a second, mother. She tried to cover up Kaide's mouth, but she suppressed Momiji single-handedly. Then, Benimaru Dono, the proposal you just raised, we will accept all of its content. Moreover, we can pledge alliance to Demon Lord Rimuru. However, the condition is that you will marry my daughter. Quote, a table has been temporarily set up in the reception hall. A young girl sat across me. This young girl is Tengu tribe's representative, Momiji. She greeted me in a bold tone. Demon Lord Rimuru, nice to meet you. I have come in place of the chief of Tengu tribe. My name is Momiji, I look forward to our future interaction. Quote, you are too kind. I am Rimuru. You don't have to be so nervous. You can discuss with me if you ever run into trouble. Quote, you may spare the concern, I am all right. She says, while she looked quite casual and relaxed, internally she was very nervous, and the reason being Sky Queen Frey. She had her eyes on capital of Sarian. She was not pursuing territory but height. Sarian is a powerful nation with military power exceeding that of Frey. So she wanted to wreak it powerful Tengu race to strengthen their arsenal against Sarian. However, Tengu didn't listen to Frey's command. Both the fraction were in conflict. It was then Tempest defeated Clayman and soon enough Carrion and Frey became Milam's subordinates. A powerful force was thus born. One that Tengu was not able to defend against. They were worried about that when Benimaru and others visited them and Beast Keeter's Alvis was with them. It caused Momiji to have misunderstood. Frey's interest has also shifted. The skyscraper of the new capital has completely mesmerized them. And compared to whole conflict, handling Milam proved to be bigger problem for Frey. I explained the whole situation to Momiji. That's how it is. It is enough for me to have been able to resolve your misunderstanding. Quote, I can't believe that it was me who thought too much. Mother has always said that I was worrying too much about the matter. After finishing her words, she felt relieved and collapsed on the spot having been so exhausted. After that about whole tunnel thing, we reached common ground. We have yet to talk with Sarian, so there was no immediate need to make a decision. Then is that everything? Yes. We are extremely grateful for your understanding and participation in this helpful meeting with us. Thank you, Demon Lord Rimuru-sama. The young warrior of Tengu tribe bowed to me. All things are settled. The only problem left is the relation between Hakuro and Momiji, as well as the marriage between Benimaru and her. There's one more thing. Please have a look at this. It contains a letter written by our leader to your Majesty Rimuru. Young warrior handed the letter to Rigard as Shuna took it and began to read. Even though she's a headache to deal with and misunderstood you, I'll entrust my daughter to you. That child even bragged about letting Benimaru Dono fall in love with her before. She really doesn't mean any harm. Quote, are you sure this is a letter for me? Mother, what is this? Momiji take the letter from Shuna's hand. So, there are actually 2 letters. That's so rash, mother dear. She cried out loud and buried her face in her hands. That does seem like something she would do. Hakuro walked towards Momiji and took over the letter. I see how it is now. Although that child possessed powerful strength, her techniques are below expectations. I hope that my senior and father of that child Kenki Hakuro Dono will instruct her by hand and train her well. To my beloved husband, Kaide, I can't believe that girl is still in love with me. Living a bit longer does have its plus side. Hakuro began to laugh joyfully. Are you my father? Indeed, I am your father, Hakuro. Dad. Momiji crushed him in a hug. Momiji, I am quite strict when it comes to training people. Quote, got it, that's good. You will overcome the challenge with flying colors and have young master fall in love with you. Quote, yes. I nodded frequently with a moved heart, when hearing their conversation, but without my notice, the conversation started to stray into some strange directions. Oi, Hakuro, Benimaru's words couldn't seem to reach them. Ni-sama, Alvis-san has left you a message. Quote, what is it? Benimaru-sama, I've made up my mind. I wish to triumph over Momiji-sama and become your wife, and even if I am not so lucky, I still have the option of concubine. I will not give up, please make your resolve. Shuna announced it, imitating Alvis's tone. Good for you, Benimaru-kun, it's so hard being popular guy. I tried to tease. He has been petrified and shocked speechless. Rimuru-sama, are you serious? You aren't exactly outside his league. Quote, Ku-fu-fu-fu, I have no interest in getting into any relationship. My heart only belongs to Rimuru-sama. Quote, no, I've heard nothing, I'm not interested either, so you can do whatever you want. Akamaru, you must be so disappointed seeing this, right? Despite how Benimaru looks, he's a pure-hearted virgin that doesn't know how to deal with girls. So and I was teasing Benimaru, when a sudden surge of aura appeared behind me, followed by a loud cough. Rimuru-san, you sure like jesting around. Let's stop talking about that and discuss brother's affair. Benimaru, what do you think yourself? Akamaru asked in a serious tone. Basically, us greater Majins can't bear children so easily. That's why I don't want any concubine. Quote, which means, you won't have a harem. Quote, I understand, then I will take on Alvis-san's challenge. The one who is going to become Benimaru's sama wife will be me. Momiji declared with motivation. Rimuru-sama, what do you think? Why are you asking me? You can let her do whatever she wants. That's fine, I guess. You shouldn't just duel with each other, rather put effort to let the person you like fall in love with yourself. But if he still doesn't like you, you may just have to give up. Quote, I understand, then I'll do just as you said. To be continued.